Welcome to the 5-Minute Expert, brought to you by Contact Babel and About Match. My name's Steve Morell, and using 15 slides of 20 seconds each, I'll be explaining our view on some of the key issues affecting the UK contact centre industry. Today's 5-Minute Expert is on the past, present and future of UK contact centres. Since 2003, Contact Babel has carried out over 4,000 surveys with UK businesses. This has given us over 1 million data points from which to write 25,000 pages of research and analysis. The good news is that most of this is free to download from contactbabel.com. I'll now cover 15 years of research in 5 minutes. The number of UK contact centre seats has grown from 140,000 in 1995 to over 750,000 today. Growth has tailed off over the last few years, and we're near the maximum point now. You can clearly see the effect of the financial crisis and economic downturn in 2008 to 2010. Looking at the number of contact centres, there are just over 6,000 in the UK today. We think the maximum point was reached a couple of years ago and that there'll be a slight decline in contact centre numbers going forward, but this is more a factor of consolidation rather than of businesses closing. Let's look at some salary data. New agents were paid just under £13,000 in 2003 and have an average starting salary of around £17,500 today. But in real terms, taking inflation into account, agent salaries have dropped by 12%, despite them having a more complex job to do today. Contact centre management salaries have declined too, but not to the same extent as agents. Management salaries have dropped 3% in real terms since 2003, and the average is now just over £40,000. However, you can see the general trend since 2005 is downward. Speed to answer has always been a key performance metric. It's easily measurable and directly impacts on customer experience. Average speed to answer has risen from 17 seconds to 41 seconds since 2003, and it's consistently been above 30 seconds since 2013. Call duration is a metric that's fallen out of favour, but most contact centres still use it as it's easily measurable and it does impact on cost. This data shows that the average length of a service call has increased by well over a minute since 2003, mainly due to the easier calls now being handled through web or phone self-service. First contact resolution rate is a key metric that drives customer satisfaction. However, despite the industry's best efforts, it's hardly changed since 2003. Any improvements made in processes, agent training or support have been matched by easier calls now going to self-service, so first contact resolution has remained pretty much the same. Agent attrition rose sharply between 2004 and 2007 as the economy expanded, and we saw lots of job hopping between contact centres and also people moving into and out of the industry. The downturn caused a big drop in attrition as there are fewer alternative jobs and people stuck with the one they had. It's been pretty steady since 2011. Cost per call is a difficult metric to measure accurately, and a lot of contact centres just don't bother. There's been a rise of 9% in real terms since 2007, but as call duration has risen 20% in this time, it seems that contact centres are still managing their costs effectively. This chart shows the rise in digital channels since 2006, when 90% of inbound work was live telephony. This has dropped to 2/3 today, and we think it will decline slightly in future years. Email is probably close to its peak, but web chat is still rising. In future years, we'll start tracking the importance of messaging to the contact centre. Our survey respondents are asked each year to list their top 5 contact centre investments for the next 2 years. The agent desktop and CRM are always number 1 or close to it, but the interesting thing here is the sharp jump in self-service, almost certainly driven by the possibilities that AI is promising. Analytics is also a big deal for the largest contact centres. Finally, let's look at AI. We believe this is a case of augmentation rather than agent replacement, making self-service more effective, helping agents in real time within calls, etc. This chart shows that a lot of customers of all ages are still keen on talking to people, even if the outcome of the interaction will be the same using automation. I hope this 5-minute expert has been useful to you. If you'd like to download free research on the UK contact centre industry, please visit contactbabel.com. If you're looking for a supplier of contact centre technology, services or outsourcing, please try our free online matching platform at aboutmatch.co.uk.